Hello Primes. Sorry if this is a late video. Stuff happens. Anyway, rules of time travel. Time travel is confusing, I'll just say that. You might think that if you go back in time and alter something like, I don't know, stepping on a butterfly or something, it could drastically change the future. That's not totally correct. If you go back in time and say, I don't know, you kill someone's parents before they're born, you create a different timeline as opposed to changing the future. However, that new timeline that you just created is the main one. So if you go back to the time where you just went back in time, in other words, say you have a time machine in 2019, you go back to 1940 or something, kill someone's parents, don't kill anybody's parents, by the way, please don't, and then come back to 2019, you'll be in the timeline where his parents or whoever's parents were killed. In other words, you just created a branch timeline, which is now the main timeline. I really do not trust my cat right now. Anyway, if somebody has a time controlling device like the Mind, or not the Time Stone, and they use Doctor Strange's abilities or something, they're just standing in place and then using their powers to go forward in time. They're standing there. Everybody's moving fast. Goodbye, kitty. However, for other people, it's nothing. Like, that person who had Doctor Strange's abilities, they're not actually standing there from what they can see. Nothing's really going on. There's just a guy standing there using Doctor Strange's abilities. Everybody's moving fast in his perspective. But from everybody else's perspective, time is moving normally. And whoever's using Doctor Strange's abilities isn't there. Confusing? Probably. If you skip time, use a time machine to go forward in time, you will encounter those people. Whoever you want to meet, that is. You'll encounter people, okay? Say you go from 2019 to 2021. Kind of a jump, I know, but it makes sense. And you ask them what happened in 2020. They'll tell you. Because they remember what happened in 2020, but believe it or not, they actually never lived in 2020. Because you jumped past 2020 into 2021. So, in other words, you just destroyed 2020, and you have to wait for 2019 to catch up. Make sense? Probably not. So, the people will remember 2020. However, when 2020 was supposed to happen, it was actually 2019. They skipped a year because you skipped a year. I don't know what to tell you. Now, if anybody thought that last year went pretty fast, raise your hand. Last year went fast, I tell you, it flew by. I mean, I'm kind of glad about that, but not really, because now I'm in grade 10 and it sucks. But the reason it flew by so quickly is because of one person. I don't know who it is, it's someone somewhere in the world. They had some kind of mental abilities which let them speed up time. No, the human brain cannot do that. See, to us, time moved normally. But if we look back on it, it just seemed to fly right by. If we're living in the moment, it's slow, it's normal. But we remember it, and it just flew by. That's it. That's enough to it. Now, there is a way where you can go back in time and alter the past. Right now. You can do it right now. No problem. Just remember something that happened in the past and then think about what could have changed. Is that a little fake sounding? I hope it is. Anyway, what else is there? If you go back in time and kill your younger self, again, don't do that, you'll create a loop. You'll kill your previous self, and in that timeline, you died. If you stay at the time where you killed your younger self, you just blend in with the crowd. You might get arrested for killing a child, but yeah, you're part of that timeline. The previous you isn't. You will still exist because the person you killed, when you killed them, or the you that you killed, when you killed them, is from a different timeline. Is this timeline shit making any sense? Because, believe me, it is hurting my head. However, if you go back to the time where you departed, say you were in 2019 and you went back to 2008 to kill your younger self. Again, don't do that. And then you go back to 2019, what'll end up happening is when people see you, they're going to be scared and surprised. They're going to be like, I thought you died. Yeah, not really. I mean, I killed me. I am not talking from personal experience or anything, believe me. I did not kill a 2 seconds younger version of myself. Anyway. If you went back in time and killed somebody who you hated, or just somebody in general, and then came back to the time where you departed, they're going to be known as dead. If you meet your past self, or your past self meets you, either one, actually it's your past self meets you, it won't destroy the universe, okay? It won't. Everybody says it will, but yeah, no, it won't do that. However, the younger you will be very confused. Like, you're me, but from the future? How do you think people can get away with saying that line and the universe not ending? Answer that. You meet your past self. You're creating a different timeline. Because in the original timeline, your past self doesn't meet your future self. I don't know what to tell you. Now, if I'm in the future, because that'll happen once I grow older, hopefully they have time machines. And if they have time machines, I will travel back in time to this very moment, in this very room. Probably about there. Okay, so time machines will not exist when I'm older. Kinda sucks. But with with that in mind, traveling through time is dangerous. If you've watched Endgame, which is the only movie that takes the concept of time travel and makes sense out of it, in order to go through different times and time zones and timelines, you have to go into the quantum realm. Fun. People always ask, where do you go if you're traveling through time? This is it. The TARDIS, it has to go through the quantum realm, only it's referred to something different. Everybody calls it something else. Scientists refer to it as the quantum realm because it is very quantum. It's molecular and pretty much indestructible, really. In the quantum realm, you're safe from everything. Like Thanos' snap, you're likely to survive. You can't die. I mean, there's nothing really that can kill you unless somebody's in there with you and has a gun. And if they shoot you while in the quantum realm, guess what happens? You blow up. Quantum physics doesn't allow for gunpowder or burning stuff. If you're going through the quantum realm, do not light a cigarette. It'd be as bad as standing in a gas cloud and lighting a cigarette. Because actually, it'd be pretty satisfying to watch. Watch somebody go up in flames because they light a cigarette. Serves you right. Anyway, back to the quantum realm. Not only does it allow you to travel through time, you gotta go through the right sponge holes to go to the right time, but it also allows you to go to different universes. Universes and timelines are different because universes, you could meet a version of yourself that's blue, or a version of yourself that is monstrously big, or something like that. But in timelines, everything is kept realistic because everything in our universe is realistic. At least to our standards. If you're in a universe where everybody is blue, that's realistic. That's normal. I'm not going to get into that, okay? It's not like I went to another universe or nothing. Anyway, so changing the timeline creates problems. There is no denying that. As Hulk tried to explain, but did a little bit too much, you go back in time and alter the past, then that past self of you that is somewhere around there, probably not been born yet, but whatever, will grow up in the timeline where you altered something in the past. Again, this probably makes no sense, and I'm probably not even explaining it right. But, good luck explaining it better, I tell you.